Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Hello, hello, my green skins, and we are doing the Darkstalkers anime. Something that either most people don't know exist, those who know exist seem to love this, and those who hear about it, it becomes a sought-after gem. But is it really a gem, Mr. Erwin?
No, it's not.
So
If it was a gem, it would be wait, what's a really cheap gem? Amethyst?
I don't know. It's something. It's a geode.
It would be a quartz. If this was a gem, it would be a quartz.
It's a geode with water in it. So, you're thinking you're getting something good, crack it open, it just falls apart and it's water.
Pretty much.
So, what did you think about it? We just kind of gave the think about it. Let's break her down. This story, holy fuck, this story is a confusing, jumbled mess. What did you think of the story?
What's so confusing about it?
What's confusing about it? You
It's
got
so simple. A monkey can understand the story.
yeah. You got these. It starts off with every intro starts off with this beginning scene. It doesn't start off with the beginning scene of this guy bringing the cross up and smashing the coffin to attack Dmitri. Dmitri Maximov, a vampire who wants to go to the demon realm because he was kicked out before because he fought the Grand Demon. And so he wants to get back to, he got exiled to Earth. And then apparently, according to the story, if you're not paying attention, holy fuck. So apparently he blocked out the sun because he's an asshole.
Oh, didn't he do it with his like his dark castle, floating dark castle?
I don't know how they did it. All I know is he's an asshole. That's basically it.
Well, because he has this big floating dark castle that looks like that Yu-Gi-Oh card. What was it called? The Flying Fortress?
No, they actually don't explain how he creates the clouds to do this. He just does it because he's a vampire and he hates the light.
Typical vampire stuff.
Yeah. Then you cut to Felicia,
who's a Nico girl. She's pretty much butt-fuck naked the entire thing.
Okay, Felicia is each character has their own interesting backstory. I won't get into it because, holy shit, the lore in this is, the lore to this...
You can just give us, like, the...
Cliff note. Felicia is this aspiring singer, artist / idol. She wants to be an idol girl. So she travels around, and then humans out of nowhere create black magic and activate a special thing to dispel stuff. Fucks with her nose. She runs into the zombie. I can't remember the zombie's name, but I can't remember. No, it is actually based off a star or a singer.
Lord Raptor.
Lord Raptor. Okay. His name is Lord Raptor. So Lord Raptor.
He's named after Lord, the singer.
Yeah, I don't know what he's named after, but yes, he's named after I think she was 13 when she started her career. So yeah, there you go. Of course, we all know Lord truly is just Randy March dressed up and pretending to be a 13-year-old. But that's just, neither here nor there. This is before his weed farm situation.
I am Lord, yeah.
I am Lord, yeah. That's literally how we think of the new music today. Like, god damn it.
Yeah. So Lord Raptor, he's at a concert and he's taking the souls from the people in the crowd.
He takes a little bit of souls for a lot of his rock, and that's how he feels about it.
But little did he know, the crowd is full of a bunch of cultists from Resident Evil 4.
No, they're a bunch of Catholics. Oh wait, that's the same thing. Those insane fanaticals that exist.
Those people that create the whole Western world that everyone's like, comfortable in. Those people.
Those people. Well, they're the real evil. Anyway, they attack these innocent Darkstalkers that ain't doing nothing, and Felicia, who gets her ass kicked, and then meanwhile, Morrigan, the succubus, which is favorite girl for me. She creates an alternate ego of herself called Lilith, which is really weird.
Is that who she was? I thought it was her sister.
No, that's not. I don't know what the fuck that story arc is. I again, Darkstalkers is confusing.
So Morgan has like what would you call it? Teal, like aqua green hair.
Yeah,
And then
and
her sister Lilith, I guess, has purple hair, and
that's
that's how
not
you
her
tell the
sister.
difference
That's not
between
her
the two.
sister, from what I remember.
Her clone, okay? Her Arnold Schwarzenegger's 6-day clone, whatever you want to call
I
it.
don't know what the fuck it is. Anyway, so she
The
gets
double clone.
she gets caught. She goes down to basically pick a fight with Dimitri because hey, there's no one here to pick a fight with.
Oh no, because they had a rival the whole time, and she was like, "Hey, this vampire dude, I like him, but he's also like my enemy."
No. She never actually says that she likes him or anything like that. She's always she's basically she just wants to pick a fight. She just wants to have someone to.
But after the fight, she says how she loves him, didn't she?
No, that wasn't until later after the fact. It's like that again. This is how confusing this anime is.
This is how well I pay attention to things too.
Yeah. No. She gets in a fight, and then we cut to this church or this church which has all these dead people. Then we cut to Donovan, who's the badass of the series. He's basically, I think he's the main character, and in the manga crossover, he takes on fucking Oni Akuma. So he's a badass motherfucker.
Which is weird because he doesn't look like a very powerful character at first, and also when I saw him at first, I thought that he had 4 arms. Did he, or did he only have 2 arms?
No. He has 2 arms.
He does this weird pose that looks like he has 4 arms. I thought he was like a Indian deity.
No. He has he has the prayer beads of like gods, like they're all these gods.
Yeah. The prayer beads makes it look like he has an extra arm or something.
Yeah, like he has this extra god, like he has the power of gods with him. He's like this badass, and I mean fucking badass. And so he shows up, and he runs into his annoying character, the little Anita, who I like to call the most annoying character, the most annoying child character that doesn't have a nose. No, seriously, most of the time it's her not having a nose.
I didn't even notice that.
No, if you watch it, just watch it again and look at it. There's like a lot of scenes where it looks like she doesn't have a fucking nose. It's really annoying.
Was she modeled after Michael Jackson?
I don't know. Maybe. So she travels around with him because I don't know. They basically travel together because she becomes like a character. I think she's a secret finisher. If you actually in the video game, I think you can use her power to help you win a fight or something like that. But she's she's like this ultimate power badass character that doesn't do anything.
Yeah, she does nothing in the show or the game, apparently.
No, she doesn't. Yeah, I think they were going to have an idea to like move her into like a main, like she was going to be a later character, but they never did continue that. Like I've heard stories that she was supposed to be like a badass, but she does have this like insane magical power that protects her. And so she basically gets in trouble with the people of the church because a little kid decides to play with a gun. Now, lock your gun safes, kids, boys and girls. Like, make sure those are locked up because you get little bastards that shoot at a child, run off. Like, okay, if I was a little kid and I just shot at a little girl and the bullet disappeared, I'd be like, oh, thank God I didn't murder somebody. No, this little asshole runs off and goes, she's a Darkstalker. That's a Darkstalker. And so
you gotta cover up your tracks somehow. He didn't want to be like nobody questioned why he's holding a gun while he's like saying, "Oh look, there's a Darkstalker over there."
Yeah. I just shot at a little girl, but the Darkstalker's the problem. So
I just shot her, and then the bullet disappeared. And she's the Darkstalker.
Yeah, I know. I shot at her with my gun and attacked an innocent group of people. So this limited resourced people who have goddamn lost large groups of people to Darkstalker decide it's a great idea to, instead of bolstering their forces, set fire to hay, which could be a natural resource that they could use to, grow animals, so they continue to eat in vehicles that they probably can't get a hold of because, limited people, limited resources, people can't go out and do stuff because there's no fucking food. Set fire to it to blow up a church. I mean, the most stable area in the location, probably the most best built, and probably could be used for emergencies and Darkstalkers. And fucking blow up. Ooh, that whole scene is so stupid.
I don't see what's stupid about it. It makes sense to me.
It's just retarded. And then we get Donovan showing up and being the badass that he is. And then
Bringing some sense into the scene.
yeah, bringing some sense. And then instead of fighting the people, he literally attacks Anita, chops off the head of a doll that she's carrying, and then she gets mad and uses her psychic powers again for the second time. And then it's just him talking metaphysical to a priest, and then the anime ends. And that is basically this fucking anime. This anime is from episode to episode, people show up, humans do something really stupid,
and then two Darkstalkers fight each other, and then there's a metaphysical thing that wraps it up at the end.
Yeah, some metaphysical thing. Like the next episode, they show the Chinese vampire girls, and they get in their shenanigans, and then you got Donovan fighting.
Can I say something real quick?
Yo.
Those two Chinese vampire girls are my favorite, but I never remember their names.
Hup and Po, and I can't remember the other one.
Humping the Po. Oh.
So you get the two Chinese vampires, vampire hunters / vampire. They kick ass and beat the crap out of people, and they get attacked. Okay, you gotta love this. So we invite these people who fight Darkstalkers to their little village to fight off the evil monsters, and all the women have been kidnapped by this point. So you invite these female Darkstalkers. These are things that kidnapped and murdered a whole bunch of men and stole all your women folk.
So we bring in more women for them to steal.
So you bring in these women Darkstalkers that are going to go fight these vampire hunters, whatever you want to call them. They basically show up, and what's their game plan? Oh, hey, you're beautiful women. Let's have sex. I we're going to take advantage of you. And I'm like, are you fucking high? They can fight armies of monsters successfully, because being a hunter of a Darkstalker and still alive means that you could kick some serious ass.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If you look at these characters, you would want to have sex with them too.
Okay, that's your thing. I'm still sipping for Morrigan, the succubus.
I don't know what. Maybe it's the blue skin. There's something about blue skin, like the vampire thing, the zombie thing, the alien thing.
Does that explain the whole your little partake into the nostalgia chick? Is that what's going on there? Wink, wink. Okay, so
is she blue? I don't understand what you're talking about.
Did you not see? She has a cosplay of her playing Mystique.
Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that. I didn't know Mystique had a child with Blob, and then they had a daughter.
And our channel's now going to get attacked by an army of Lindsay fans. Oh well.
And now we're canceled.
So, this basically goes into the premise of every episode. They fight he fights the samurai, and then it goes into metaphysical conversation. Then he passes out. Then they run into the vampires, a little bit of a metaphysical conversation. Then some more fight sequences. And then every once in a while it jumps to other characters. Meanwhile, the ultimate big bad, the psychic entity that's created from the universe by the name of Pyron, he's coming to the world to basically fuck up shit. And yeah, he sends out these, these creatures are working with him called Quetzalcoatl, which are like these Chinese Aztec, because I think the statue, they look like Chinese statues of some sort of spirit thing.
Oh, you're talking about those robots that are floating around, right?
Yeah. They have a combination of Chinese and Aztec.
I guess a good way to explain those, they're kind of like Weapon from Final Fantasy VII, where they're there to protect the planet from, I guess, whatever threats come in.
And that's basically their game plan.
And so there's these floating robots that are made of stone and magic.
I don't know,
and they look like oh god damn it, there's something that looks like it.
Yeah, no, they have an Indian they kind of have a Chinese that form of Asia, the statues that are there, the spirit. I can't remember the name of them, but it's a cross between that, but they're from they're Aztecian, which is really weird combination. I don't know what they were doing with that.
I swear they look like a Pokemon. What's that Pokemon that's like made of clay and it's like floating? It's like 5 heads on one.
I can't remember the name. I don't know Pokemon. It's I'm too much. I'm too much into hardcore violence animes and video games than I am little kid stuff like fucking Pokemon.
It's a psychic Pokemon. God damn it! Oh, you're just because there is another like sun that looks like another Pokemon. So like all these characters look like Pokemon in here. All right, if, I don't know the name, but I'm just gonna put the picture like for where I'm talking about. Oh, this looks like this Pokemon.
Yeah, but this is before Pokemon, so.
Pokemon / Chuck Norris fans that are watching this right now, please tell me what it is.
Yeah, give him the name in the description in the chat if you guys want to help him out, because yeah. So that's basically this anime is just a slow build up to fighting Pyron, which has one of the most epic, weirdest, stupidest ideas where Donovan flies into space on his magical space sword. And like wipes it kills them.
The living sword, right? The sword has teeth, and so it's like it's like bending and like blinking, and it's like a cartoonish sword.
Yeah, it's a magical living sword that feeds off of death. And so he flies in and kills it, and there we go. The end of the end. But that's
not just kills it, but also his death causes like a universe to appear and then suck him into it. Not Donovan, but the pyro guy. He gets sucked into the universe that was within his own body.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck is going on? This is ridiculous.
And the sun returns to the earth and everyone smiles. And now the one guy that could probably fight Dimitri is probably up and suffocating. Just saying.
Now he came back.
No, they actually don't show him come back. It just ends.
I mean, like he could come back with his magic sword, just spin it a little bit, use the gravity of another planet, and then
I don't know. It's just
he comes back through a black hole, same like Beavis and Butthead, and then he comes into the year 2020.
Yeah, maybe we don't know. We don't know how this whole story arc goes like that. It's a weird. And then, like I said, it ends with the Quetzalcoatl basically saying, "Yeah, let's not blow up the planet, guys. It looks like the world's okay. It's only half the population starving. The sun, like these things should have showed up like years ago when Donovan did his thing, but it's like, nope, not until now.
Yeah, starving. Who cares about that? We've had starving before,
Yeah, I know. Population.
We're like cockroaches. We'll shrug it off in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll shrug it off. We always do.
You got all these people. You don't got food. You just eat the people. Come on.
Yeah. So apparently that's an idea. That's an idea according to I can't remember.
According to the Darkstalkers.
No, according to New York Times, if I remember correctly.
Ah, shut up.
So, what did you think of the music of this insanity?
It actually was pretty nice. Like it has like a nice like 80s.
Yeah, it was.
What do you call that? Not quite grunge, but it's like a kind of like how music would be in Devil May Cry,
Well.
What do we call it? Gothic metal?
Yeah, it has that early 80s, that. No, it has like that, because it has that beginning scene where it has that saxophone in the background. Like, it's like smooth jazz.
Yeah, it's like a mix of like saxophones and metal and like organs.
It's like boo 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 boom. It's like, yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty good. It works for what it is.
It's perfect for like a gothic fighting game.
Yeah, exactly what this is. Now, what did you think? Now, this is going to be the thing. What did you think of the art for this? Because that's what this is. This is a beautiful. This also looks like it's completely hand drawn.
Oh, this was the 90s, right? This anime came out in the 90s, or was it like very 2000?
No, it was 90s. It was very 90s.
Because the whole time I'm watching that, I'm like, this does look like those beautiful, very well-known animes, OVAs, like Legend of the Overfiend. And stuff like Bible Black and a lot of hentais I used to watch when I was a teenager.
Okay. I don't know what he's talking about, but
it has the shadowing. I don't know what it is, but there's like this weird shadowing for like the 90s or 80s, but it makes it look really good.
It has a great art style. Like, it's one of the better
art. What the hell are you on about? Now you're all like, oh no, there's like nothing sexual or seductive here.
No. There's lots sexual seductive here. It's just
Morgan is half naked, Felicia is fully naked. You got what's her name? The Chinese girl. She has her titty hanging out, but you don't see nipple though. Sadly.
Oh, so sadly,
you do see a butt though somewhere here and there.
Yeah, you do see Morgan's butt. No, I'm not saying it's not sexual. I'm just saying that it's like that art style is. I would say that art style of that era. I don't want to tend it to the old Beast and Burdens because the hentai I believe started the 3D trend before the 3D trend was a 3D trend. They started using more higher, like they were using different art styles that extended past this. This is that hand-drawn classic anime.
Yeah.
And it actually does have that hand-drawn look. Maybe it's not. Maybe I fooled my eyes when I watched this, but it does look beautiful.
Because it is Capcom, they got a lot of money. It might be the same kind of hand-drawn that they do for the game.
Oh, God. Yeah, it does have that look, right? And it does have, like, the fight. Like, the funny thing is these little fuckers transform and do all the maneuvers of their transforming.
Yeah, like Morgan, the one thing I remember was when Morgan, she does like this weird drill kick because her legs turn into a drill in order to hit a human.
Yeah.
It was a human, right? Or was it one of those robots?
It's one of those robots.
Okay.
She doesn't. I don't think she.
I thought she drilled a human for a second.
No. I don't think she kills a single human in the thing.
Okay, so surprisingly, the succubus doesn't ever touch a human or even go near them. When the whole point of a succubus is to be, the biblical temptation that humans are falling for. She's too busy trying to fight this half demon, half vampire guy.
No, yeah, she's too busy trying to get Dimitri cock. That's her. That's
Dimitri
her.
Guy. Well, can you blame her?
Yeah.
With his slick back hair and his beautiful face that looks like
and it's like built like a fucking shit brick house. I always thought that was funny. It's like compared to like the average look of a vampire, like Dimitri is this fucking beast. Like, you think of a vampire, you think of white skin, complete like...
You think like long hair, you think like white hair even.
Long hair, white hair, you got that like...
I'm probably thinking of Castlevania.
Yeah, muscle mass that's very, very, very laxed.
Yeah, very thin, like a Tim Burton character.
Yeah, very, very thin like, and then you see Dimitri, it's like built like a shit brick house.
He's built like he belongs in Baki the Grappler.
He does, in a way, it's like, fuck. But that was that style that Street Fighter kind of started creating. They also, they started using that style, if I remember correctly, was in Street Fighter Alpha. And the Street Fighter 3 series was when they had that art style of that, built shit brick house. And everyone has a build to them. Like, and it's that perfect build for the art style because it's like, Morgan has that perfect build of what a female martial artist would look like in some ways with the physical beat, like the beefy arms. And
does she have beefy arms? I didn't even notice.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, I've watched this a couple times. They're not packed like.
Yeah, like she doesn't have legs like Chun-Li or anything. Like all the because the female characters just look sexy. They don't look too muscular. It's not like the masculine woman kind of thing.
Yeah, Huff and Po. I might be saying that name completely wrong. For all I know, I'm thinking of the wrong anime. They have that stuff. Speaking about that, I don't know if you remember, doesn't Chun-Li make an appearance in the beginning of this, like one of the episodes, or at least one of the characters looks exactly like Chun-Li?
There was a character that had like the, what do you call those things? The two like buns on the hair?
Yeah, she looked exactly like Chung. Like I was like, holy shit, that's Chun-Li.
But it's expected, like that's like a little reference or like a little Easter egg. It's like, how can you blame them? It's Capcom. They made the Street Fighter. Go right ahead.
Yeah.
Have some guy that looks like Ryu. Have some guy that looks like, because what's his name? Lord Raptor does look like that other green guy from Street Fighter. That like weird goblin guy. You know what I'm talking about? The lightning goblin.
A little bit, Blanca. Yeah, Blanca. Yeah, Blanca, the guy who apparently ate a special plant, and that's why he's green and orange.
I was also disappointed that my favorite character, the mummy guy, he wasn't really here. I think he dies before anything can even happen for him. Yeah,
he basically gets in a fight with Lord Raptor in the cutscenes, and then Pyron shows up and murders everybody. And it's like...
Yeah, so Pyron kills that guy, the Sasquatch. Yeah. I think it's a Frankenstein monster character, right? And then I think he got killed too. So all these characters that nobody really cares about from the main series, I guess. They got killed off in the first 5 seconds.
That's the funny thing about this OVA. It's really is sad that they. It's sad, isn't it? Like they could have, if this could have got a 20 episode story arc, you could have went through all the story guys, like the wolf
Oh
guy,
fuck.
like the wolf guy. No, you could have. You could have went through.
Oh, with the wolf guy, he just appeared out of nowhere to help Felicia because she was so useless. He was like, I gotta come in, be the white knight, be the wolf knight, and come and save her.
Well, what makes it funny with him, what makes it funny with his ass, also the fact that they sped up the bouncing art of their movements. I don't know if you noticed that. They actually, it super speeds it up. The funny thing with those two, or the wolf guy, he's like a martial artist. He's like this amazing martial artist. Like there's a whole backstory with him that's just kind of interesting, and we never get that. We get Dimitri's back. We barely get Dimitri's backstory. You get basically people telling you he's a badass that wants to go and conquer the world. You get a little bit of Morgana being like the daughter of some great demon lord, and then you get like Donovan and the Chinese vampire character. That's it.
Oh, you know who else we're forgetting? We're forgetting about the suit of armor. The
I talked
Japanese,
about him. Yeah, no, I talked about him. We weren't forgetting him. I already brought him up in the story that because he doesn't have any real moment to anything.
But they took a ridiculously long time to establish him, and then he just dies instantly.
No, he doesn't die.
What happened to him?
Nothing. The suit of armor couldn't understand.
Okay, well, he might as well have died then, because there's no fucking point to that.
Yeah. The suit of armor basically loses itself to basically Donovan's like ideal of not murdering people, even though being a Darkstalker and wanting to murder people. So he can't understand it, so he breaks free. And the samurai that was inside the living suit of armor basically takes over. It's a weird fucking story arc.
This was the episode 3, right?
2.
2? Oh my goodness. So,
yeah.
Is there a reason why it couldn't just be like one episode?
There were plans to make a series at one point. I don't know.
Because usually OVAs is like one episode, and they say, all right, let's test this out. Like, why do they have to make 4 of them, and then make all these different, like...
Because apparently, that's the thing about Darkstalkers. It's very similar. Capcom sucks the fucking cock of Street Fighter and Mr. X from Resident Evil.
And Devil May Cry, apparently. Well, not too much.
No, not too much. Devil May Cry has had a like it gets an episode and that's it.
Oh yeah, it did get an anime. But Resident Evil, they sell the hell out of that one. They even sold it to Netflix for them to fuck it up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they really did fuck it up.
Really?
Really fucked it up. Oh my.
Intentionally, they said, we want to fuck it up.
I know, but that's the thing. Capcom, I don't get the logic of, like, they have these great franchises. Like, I know people say, well, Darkstalkers didn't sell. I'm like, yeah, but Darkstalkers didn't sell because...
They didn't market.
It doesn't have a market. They don't fucking market this shit. They basically say, we're going to create a Darkstalker game, and then they fucking don't do anything with it. It's like...
Is it bigger in Japan, or is it just because...
Oh, it's huge! Darkstalkers.
Yeah, so why didn't they really market in America where all this gothic stuff really appeals to us because we already had gothic stuff, especially in the 80s. Like, every single horror movie was gothic. You know, Jason, Freddy. What else is there? I guess that's about it.
I wouldn't consider either of those gothic, but you had Bram Stoker's Dracula.
You're motherfucking wrong.
You had Bram Stoker's Dracula, which was gothic in every fucking which way.
Well, you had the Hammer films, and that was a big thing too. And you have Tim Burton, that's a big thing too. Like, gothic is a big part of Western civilization ever since the 1800s.
Yeah, it came out in the 90s. Darkstalkers, amazing series of it. Like, it has two video games and then it just disappeared. Then they came out with a manga and that disappeared. Then every once in a while Capcom teases it, but they don't want to do anything. It's like, what the fuck, Capcom? It's the same thing with Breath of Fire. Give us Breath of Fire. # give us Breath of Fire.
And also give us a sequel to Resonance of Fate. Thank you. Well, that's a different company.
That's a different company, so good luck on that one.
Capcom, go through your sources. Get Tri-Ace to make it more.
No. Fuck Resident Fate. Let's get more Breath of Fire. Like, they had they just don't, like, I would love a remake of, or a remaster or remake of the original Breath of Fire 1 and 2. Like, those were beautiful games.
Do you think they could go back and go, let's make like a reboot of Darkstalkers? Could they make that now, or do you think no?
Yeah, well, they did, and it sold.
Did they?
Yeah, they did. It sold, but they only they came out with one arc, and we didn't get 1 million copies, so fuck you.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it's the same thing with the demo. They did the demo of Mega Man Legends 3, which is a cult classic. I'm not a fan of the Legends series, but I know a lot of people that are. Mega Man Legends 3, they come out with a paid demo. A paid demo. Why is someone going to pay, I think it was like $30 at the time.
$30 for a demo?
Yes.
Why not just give me the game instead? That's going to be fucking $30.
Yeah, I know. Like, fuck it. So they give us a paid demo.
Okay, we get it. Capcom is stupid and a lot of like money things. Like nobody can argue that Capcom is smart when it comes to money stuff to make the fans happy. Like, they always try to fuck the fans.
Yeah, Mega Man, another Monster Hunter. See, they're looking for money in the millions. And that's the thing. I don't care about Monster Hunter. I don't care about your little Monster Hunters, okay? You can go fucking hunt your lame-ass dinosaurs somewhere else.
Monster Hunter fans in the who are watching this, he didn't mean that. We apologize for any inconvenience or any harm.
No. Fuck Monster Hunter. Fuck that lame-ass video game. I played the OG one, realized, oh shit, I need a party, and went, wow, this is lame.
I guess it's kind of the same as what's that called? Dragon's Dogma?
Dragon's Dogma, that's actually not...
Like, they're trying to make party games. They're trying to make, like, play along with each other game. I guess it's their kind of version of multiplayer without forcing you to play multiplayer. Like, it's not like a first-person shooter multiplayer. It's not like a deathmatch. It's like, you go in this world with a couple friends, you know?
I'm not a teenage boy drinking Monster energy drinks every fucking 5 seconds.
It's not for you. It's for somebody else. But that's what sucks about nowadays. They're forced to focus on those things because that makes more money. Because then you get not just one person buying the game, you get multiple people buying the game. It's why I hate it too.
I hate Monster Hunter. I hate that shit. I hate Monster Hunter. I want to play a decent game, and I'm going to go back to playing the awesome games, and you can suck my dick, Capcom. And that's the thing. Like, they come out with Mega Man 11. After years, we've been wanting another Mega Man. They finally come out with a really good Mega Man. No word now of what's going on. Now they're just backtracking on Mega Man. It's like, well, yeah, but wouldn't it be nice if we got another X that's like...
All right, but here's the thing that we're forgetting. Darkstalkers is the main point of this whole dark conversation.
No, I know. But Capcom does this all the time, and it's just such a fuck you. Anyway, so what do you want to give this Darkstalker anime, or its actual name, Night Warriors? No, Vampire Hunter, Night Warriors, Revenge of Darkstalkers.
Do you think they couldn't call it Vampire Hunter Night Warrior because it would be too close to Vampire Hunter D?
No. You know what it is? That actually it has different names in different areas.
That's dumb. I hate when they do that because how can you market it when you give it different names?
Yeah, because it's Night Warriors, I think, in one area. This Darkstalkers.
Night Warriors is a bit better for me, but Darkstalker is more iconic, especially since the whole point of the game is about being a Darkstalker and also being a, what do you call it? The whole thing has a magic called dark. And it's supposed to be after the light.
Yeah, the dark.
Which is weird because first there was darkness and then there was light. So they got that one wrong a little bit.
It's really fucking weird.
But maybe it's a different thing in Japan. But I'm going to get to my point here. So the whole show is a big fucking mess, right?
Yeah.
You have great art, you have great music, and then you have sort of great fight scenes.
Well, actually, the fight scenes are the only saving grace.
Pretty much the only saving grace. And then the whole story is stupid and convoluted and it's all over the place. And then you have characters that are only there to be fan service. So the fans go, I know that character. I played as them in the game. And then they just disappear.
And then they die.
Like, it almost feels like it's meant for kids. But then, it's for adults because all this sexual stuff and like the violence and whatnot. But there's no actual blood, I think.
Oh, there's blood. There's blood every once in a while.
Right? Oh, no, there is blood, but it's like some scenes will be like no blood at all. Like when Felicia's, like, you think that she could have some blood when she scratches people, but no, nothing happens.
Well, yeah.
This can't be happening to me. It's just way too pathetic.
So, because of this big fucking mess of like goods and extreme goods and bads, right? From just different departments. I guess I would give it, to wrap it up, like maybe a 4.
I'm gonna give it because it's a weird oddity in my books. I've always thought it was an interesting one. I'm gonna give it a 6 because it's not awful, but she is not a fucking good. It's not good either. Like if I
Would you say the goods counter the bad a lot? Like far more like you can watch it again and not really care about the bad parts?
yeah, it is one of those. That's why I say it's a 6.
Like the bad parts don't ruin it at all for you?
Yeah, it's not horrible. Like I said, it for what it fails to do, it's an interesting idea. Like I said, we were talking about this not too long ago. The zombie character, Lord Raptor, how he's playing on the guitar and he takes a little bit of everyone's soul and everyone gets his awesome killer beats and music. That's a cool idea and concept for a character.
That's the idea all for itself. That's like Death Note, where they had like one idea and they had to like run with it for a long time. Here they just like throw an idea there.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to another idea. It's like, no, what about your previous idea? Just finish that one.
Yeah, like that's actually a great idea for a book series. Actually, if you could, that would be a great comic book where you have this evil like monster killer or some sort of like crazy motherfucker.
Like some kind of Miley Cyrus stealing the souls from people?
No, you have some awesome rock guitars like Lestat from like the old Anne Rice stuff. And then you have this story arc where he's like, yeah, okay, I'm Lestat. I'm this big bad. I steal the souls of people when I play my guitars, and he fights evil vampires with some badass double ballers or something like that, some kick-ass guns or something like that. Like that could be a cool idea for an anime in its own right. Like that's a neat idea.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what kind of like pissed me off about this one is that like great idea here. Oh, now we can't use it because Capcom owns it. Oh, here's another great idea. Nope, Capcom owns that too. You can't.
Fuck off.
Is that what they're doing, do you think?
No. I think it's just them being silly.
You think they're trying to like hoard all these ideas? Like, all right, you can't take that concept, can't take that one, can't take that one. You know what I mean?
No. It's the truth is that you could use that. It's nothing stopping you from doing that.
Okay, you just can't use the same names and same styles and
Like
whatever.
an idea is an idea.
Okay. Capcom, prepare to meet your maker because no, I can't say
No.
that. Prepare yourself because I'm going to take that idea and make it bigger than your idea was.
Prepare to die. Is that what you're saying?
No, you can't say that.
I don't know what to think of this. Like I said, great. It's okay. Like it's not great. Like oh god, yeah. 6 is it's above average, and that's the best I can give her.
And I'll put it a little tiny bit below average.
Yeah, he believes it's below.
So you people in the comments, put it in the average then.
Yeah, you people in the comments, tell us how much you hate Monster Hunter, and hashtag give us Breath of Fire. Like put that on Twitter, boys and girls. Let's make Capcom annoyed by their 50 fucking versions of Street Fighter 6 that are about to come out. Thank you, everybody. Like, subscribe if you like listening to two jackasses talk about old movies from the 80s and 90s and whatever else we can get our hands on. And yeah, you have yourselves a good one.
Later.